you believe the Federal Reserve is an independent body? What do you think about the independence?
Oh, it should be, but I think they should listen to smart people like me. I think I have a better instinct than him. If you look, all the economists got it wrong. I got it right along with one other people out of 100. So they should listen to people that are smart. Nothing wrong with that. But they have to make their own choice. But they should listen.
Well, joining us now is maybe one of those smart people the Fed should be listening to as this drama unfolds. Paul McCulley, former chief economist at PIMCO, currently adjunct professor at Georgetown's McDonough School of Business. Welcome, Paul. Always good to see you.
Good to see you, Mike.
Well, I mean, for all of this drama and the unknown dynamic within the committee, it feels as if the decision's kind of a foregone conclusion, and the data have kind of converged with maybe some political agendas to create an outcome that maybe a lot of folks can get on board with. What do you expect they're going to do? What will the outlook be from there? And what do you think the impact of it all is going to be?
Yeah, I think that's right, Mike. I mean, this is really fraught with all of the political noise, and it is the most intense that I've seen literally in decades. But the irony is that strictly as an economic matter, as a macro matter and a monetary policy matter, this is a really easy decision and very straightforward. The Fed's in the wrong place at 4 3/8 for the Fed funds rate. It doesn't mean they did anything wrong. They just turned out to be in the wrong place. They're about 100 basis points too high relative to neutral. So they need to do a recalibration 2.0, another 100 basis points off the rate. And I think that process starts tomorrow. I think they'll probably start with 25, but it'll be a very dovish 25 with a dot plot that has 2 more, which would be 75 for this year, and then a couple more next year. So that's my base case, is that we get a dovish 25. I don't think that we would get a hawkish 50, because that doesn't make any damn sense in the context that this is a cumulative 100 basis points or so to go. So that's my expectation tomorrow, is 25, but with a warm and fuzzy tone to what's going to happen at the next 2 meetings.
You mentioned kind of normalization 2.0. So 1 year ago, Fed starts with 50. It was perceived to have perhaps missed a chance to start easing or becoming less restrictive back in July of 24. It did eventually do the 100 basis points. Is it perfectly comparable here? I mean, if you look at the inflation indicators, they're where they were, back a year ago. They have not improved. They're not closer to target. On the other hand, obviously, the labor market data has weakened, but almost it seems as now looking like maybe not an outlier, but maybe it's overstating current weakness in the economy. So do you feel like there's as clear a path of that 100 basis points to the downside from here?
I think the path is pretty clear to the 100 basis points cumulative, and I've actually gone through the logic that you were articulating with respect to comparison to last year. Could you justify a 50 tomorrow on the notion they could have gone 25 in July? Because that was a fair amount of the logic last year. They took a pass on July, but then they made up for it by doing a double in September. And I can make that case from an economic perspective, but from a communication perspective, I think it would be a whole lot more productive for them to give a warm and fuzzy about the fact they're going to do the 100 and have 2 more cuts penciled in for this year, as opposed to ringing the gong like they did last year with the 50. But I understand that argument, which is why I leave open the possibility you could get a 50 tomorrow. But quite frankly, I don't know how I would explain it in the current context without saying the labor market really is worrying me intensely. And I don't think that's the message that Chair Powell wants to communicate, at least not now.